Hello, Augies Worldwide. I'm Dave Casler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, here with another episode of Ask Dave. Today's question comes from Michael Freiberger, and he is K4MKF. He has a question concerning a mobile antenna and where he should mount it on his car. He says he'll be using a Comet CP-5 mount. It attaches to the trunk or hood of my Toyota Corolla, which placement would be best for 2 meter 70 centimeter Comet CA2X4SR antenna. Well, let's take a look. Okay, this is the mount. Right here is an SO239 where you screw the antenna down on top of it. It's got a little thing where you can adjust the height, and this allows you to adjust the tip. If you want to have it, like a sports car, sort of raked back or whatever, you can do that. Now, the first part of the coax here is actually quite small. And the reason for that is so that a door can be closed on it and it won't let, winter air in or something like that. And then it connects itself, you hear the little connector, to standard RG58, I'm assuming. Okay. And now let me show you where this can go. So this antenna, as you can see right here from this part, you would open up the lid of your trunk and slide this either onto the lid or the other way around onto the back of the car, either way. And you can make all the adjustments you need to get the antenna vertical or whatever you like. These little areas right in here have rubber incorporated into them to avoid scratching the finish, which is a very nice touch. Okay, and there's a little extra cover for that if you need it, and you'll have to take this off and slip this on to get it over here for a standard connector. If you don't want the standard connector, you can always solder on a BNC or something like that, whatever you need. But this is a nifty mount. This will work in any car, okay, as long as the difference between the trunk lid and the back of the car is less than about 1/8 of an inch of metal that goes right there. Now, there are screws on the bottom, okay, which hold this thing in place very firmly. It's all set up, so it's all rubber on the car. So if you clean the area, and I'm just going to write this down, this is important, clean the area where you're going to put this with a wet rag, with some wax, whatever. Make it really clean, because if you leave the car dirty, this pressure here will grind the dust into your paint. You don't want to do that. Now, I also picked up the advertisement here. Universal adjustable lip mount, a 5 meter that's 15 feet, deluxe cable assembly with the correct connectors and everything. Can go in quite a ways. Trunk lid, trunk rear doors, SUV. It can go on side doors too. It does not damage expensive or leased vehicles if it's clean. If it's not clean, you're going to grind the dirt right into it. Now, you can use this for HF, and you get an HF antenna that you can screw into that mount there, or 2 meters or 70 centimeters. Now, it adjusts in 4 different planes and so on, different places that you can do it. Now, the barrel on the PL259 can be removed. That's this part right up here, if you need to. Okay, to shorten the coax length, remove the whole thing. Desolder the connector pin in here, probably easiest. Cut the coax to the desired length and reassemble it, okay? Now, the antenna that he was looking at putting on this is a much magnified view. This part here screws onto this, and then the antenna goes straight up. However, if you're going into a parking garage or something like that, and you don't want to hear the forever ding, ding, ding of this thing on the roof of a parking structure or hitting your car, you can just get out and bend it over. Now, to put it back, you just turn it back, it'll snap in place. So you have to lift this a little bit to get to this part, and then you can bend it over. Now, you can't operate in that position, but it's a good place for storage. Now, let's look at a car. This is the top of a car. Here's the passenger compartment here with the doors and all that kind of stuff. And the headlights. Okay, we'll just put them out here. Now, there's several places you can put this. You can put this on the hood, right in here, or on the body. Usually the first part of this body has got a whole bunch of holes that bring in the air for the climate control system. So you can put it on the hood. If you're driving here, you'll put it over here so it'll be out of the way. Now, the problem with putting this right here is that the metal body of the car will tend to pull the radiation this way. Okay, you may not like it that way, especially if you're driving and want to talk to other people on the road. Now, another place of putting it is on the trunk lid right here. In the middle, the antenna will come up a little bit. You can make it vertical, but I wouldn't because you got the roof in the way. It's probably got a lot of metal in it. So you would angle it back a little bit, and it will mostly radiate in this direction, okay, with the back radiation because of the trunk lid in this direction. This is probably what you want. Now, if you could put the antenna right here on a magnet mount, and yes, they do make them strong enough for this, you get more sideways type radiation. But given the two options that you've given me, either the hood or the trunk, I would take the trunk, okay? Take the trunk and put that on there. So in summary, if you're going to choose either the hood or the trunk lid, now you've got a sedan, I assume, a sedan rather than a hatchback. The sedan, right on that trunk lid in the middle, either that or connected to the body by simply turning it around the other way. And you should have plenty of room. I think I would hook it to the body rather than the trunk lid, because when you open the trunk lid, it would, if the antenna were on it, it'd whang, hit the back glass and something, and might chip the paint or something. But if you put it just on the lid, it'll stay where it is, and the trunk lid will come up. Some of these trunk lids come up quite a ways. So there you have it. I hope that's helpful. If anybody out there would like to support this channel, I'd love to be supported. Take all the support I can get. Either join the channel or go to patreon.com/KE0OG. Either works. Until we next meet, 73.